Hi, and welcome to Be Better at Computer. This is our new video series where we are hopefully going to make you be better at computer. The point of this series is to give you practical, realistic advice that you can use every day. So this is what I'm actually doing to think of what to put in this series as I go about my day and as I use my system, Johnny.Decimal, we'll see in a minute, to just be more organized. I'm just writing myself little notes about what I do. So this is actually the stuff that I do day to day. This isn't unrealistic life hacks that I've invented. This is what I actually do. I'm Johnny.Decimal, and I've got this simple system, Johnny.Decimal.com, that helps you to be more organized. So some of these videos are going to be about Johnny.Decimal, inevitably, because I use it very deeply in my life, but not all of them. This is not a Johnny.Decimal training course. That's why we called it Be Better at Computer, not Be Better at Johnny.Decimal. This is for you if you just wish you were better at using your computer or your phone or your iPad or whatever, or wished you were a bit less frustrated by it, if you want to just be better at work, better at managing your home life, and we're going to talk quite a bit about kind of focus and how to try to remain calm in this world of computer where it's kind of taken over everything. You can't escape using it, and as a result it's really busy, and I'd like to try and bring some calm to that world. You can discuss any of these videos on my forum or Discord. There'll be a link up here, johnny.decimal.com/3201. If you're a member of Johnny.Decimal University, which is a paid thing, I'm not going to bang on about it, but these videos come out 2 weeks before they come out on YouTube at JDU, and they are ad-free there, and each video is going to contain a members-only chapter as well. Over time, I'm going to build a map of all of these videos as well, so all of the concepts will be referenced. We haven't done that yet because we're just starting to record them, so we're going to do that right here on the channel as well. The point of these is to be fairly short and snappy, so let's get on with it. So why Johnny.Decimal? It might seem like a lot of work. If you look at the website, there's all these numbers and stuff. And you have to organize your computer files somehow. You got to do something. So you either just sling them all on your desktop, or you just have randomly named folders all over the place, which is still a way of organizing things. It's just not a very good one. It's still work. Or you use something like Johnny.Decimal. The problem with computers, which for a long time I think we saw as a benefit, and I've realized is possibly not, is that you can create all these things for free. You can create folders and files for free. And so there's no incentive not to, and now you're just creating folders all over the place and you can't find anything. I kind of wish folders cost $1 and you had to pay, you had to pay for them on your phone, because then that might make you kind of stop and think about it. So if you're going to organize these folders of yours, and when I say folders, you might be at work on any sort of classic project where you've got, if you're anything like any job of mine, hundreds and hundreds of files. You might just be at home trying to organize your insurance policies or your birth certificates or all of that sort of day-to-day stuff that you organize. So whatever it is, you might as well have some sort of system. One of the main advantages of Johnny.Decimal is that it's shallow, we call it. So a deep system is one where you have folder. So you have to go way down to understand where you are. Johnny.Decimal forces you to be shallow. We have 3 folders and nothing's deeper than that, with some rare exceptions. But once you get to that 3rd folder, that's the place you need to be. And so that's a main advantage of my system. I'll run through all of this and all of the JD concepts over the next bunch of videos, but I thought that was worth mentioning up front for those of you who are thinking, well, why would I bother with this? I think it's worth your time. So let's show you a practical example. I'm going to show you how I'm organizing this video series that I'm recording. So we do that using the Johnny.Decimal index, call it the JDEX. There's a link here. A really key concept, and this is your memory. This is where you keep everything. It's a record of all of your numbers. This is why you don't have to remember any numbers, but it also lets you keep notes and link files to files and link other things. So it's a very, very simple, but very powerful concept. So to find the note for this video series that we're working on, the point of JD is that while I might have my small business system has got something like 400 notes in it, one for each of the IDs through my system, but I don't come into my system and think about 400 notes. That would be overwhelming. What I've got to do is narrow down to where I need to be. And the system is designed so that you basically have to make 2 decisions. The first is which area of your system it's in. And again, we're going to go into a lot more information about this later. And then within those areas, which category is it in? Crucially, you only have 10 areas in any system, and you try and use less. I've got 5 in my small business system. So my first decision isn't one of 400. My first decision is one of 5. And then once I'm in that area, my next decision isn't one of 400. It's one of less than 5 in this case. But again, 10 categories per area. So it's small decisions, and at every point you're eliminating a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'll show you that in more detail in the next video. So let's see this in Obsidian. This is my small business system in Obsidian. I have 5 areas here. I've actually got 6. Every system has this system management area at the top. We're going to ignore that for now. But this video that I'm recording is either some business administration, part of product suppliers, equipment, processes, and so on, or marketing channels, customers, and so on, or it's one of my creative inputs or outputs. And the video series here, I know, is for the purposes of marketing. So we're going to click into 30 marketing channels, customers, and so on, and that's an area. So we've chosen one of our areas, and I can ignore the rest now. And now similarly, I've got 5 categories here, ignoring 30, the top one, which again, we'll talk about a lot more later. And so now, is it either marketing, PR, communications, sales channels, customers and clients, orders and jobs, or shipping and fulfillment? It's marketing, PR, and communications. And now here we are, everything in here, and there's only 20 odd things, is to do with marketing. And so I've taken myself from 400 notes very quickly down to the place that I'm interested in. And another feature of Johnny.Decimal is that the things you create later get the later numbers, because you just create them sequentially. And so this is one of the later things that I'm doing, be better at computer. And there it is, 31.21 is the ID for this video series. And here it is with a bunch of notes where I can record all sorts of stuff about it, which I'll talk about in more detail another day. That was just a very quick overview of how you can get from a whole bunch of stuff and drill very quickly down to find the thing you want. Also, now that we've got this number, we can do all sorts of interesting things. So for example, if I want to get there really quickly in my Finder, I can just type 31.21 here, and that'll search my entire computer, and I don't have to exactly remember what I called this thing. That will take me straight to be better at computer. I can use my application launcher. I use Raycast, and I can search for 31.21, and there that is. That's going to bring that up immediately. So you can use these IDs very quickly to bring things from around your system. And again, I'm going to show you this in great detail over the course of this series.